Just want to let you lot know that if you're watching this clip on the Fozcast YouTube channel, the full episode is now available to watch exclusively on Spotify, and it's free. Come on. Did you get any mad ones when you got sacked from Burnley? Did you get any mad sort of job offers? Because end of season, I kind of left Watford, free agent, not sure whether I'm going to retire, whatever. I got a few absolute bonkers ones, mate, all over the world. I
got a Qatar one straight away.
Did you really?
Yeah. But, I'd just come out and I was like, nothing gets working anywhere in the world. But, I thought, well, that's 7 out of 8 years in the Prem. So, therefore, I'd probably give it a window to see if a Prem club would want me first. Just because it's a great league. Yourself, top league. And, managers from all over will tell you, they say it's still probably, arguably the best league. So, therefore, you think, well, after 7 years of it, you give yourself a window to see if someone else goes, no, well, look, we'll have a look at you. You know what I mean? We fancy that. So I think I've got to give myself a healthy window. Yeah. I'm not against working outside of the Prem, whether abroad or the Championship.
Yeah.
Or anything.
Would you do that, would you? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not against any of that. I've never really been a football snob. Obviously, I played outside of the Premier League. I played in the Champ, the first and the second. So, I never played a lot in the Premier League anyway. So I'm not adverse to working in different levels or anything like that. I just really like the challenge of what it is.
But this many years later, though, obviously, you're in a very different position from when you left Watford to then nearly, knocking on a decade later. Your stock's different, isn't it? So, it's probably less likely you're going to be in for PowerPoints and stuff because you've got the reputation and you've got the standing as a manager
as well. Because don't forget, it might get you in the door quicker because of what you do, but on the other hand, it might get you out the door because they go, oh no, he can only do this. So it's yin and yang. The things with the media now, you live in a box and there's no point in fighting to get out the box. You just go, all right, because they endlessly just want to put you back in that box.
Yeah, of course.
You got to remember the media work very sort of quickly, so therefore once you're in that box it makes it easy writing, easy to report on. Sean Dyche does this.
Simple.
End of story. Yeah, because it was simple, but borderline on easy, so they just go, right, Burnley did this.
Yeah, they love you though. The media do. They always absolutely love you. Like say almost to like a cult following kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just try to be pretty genuine. Well, you've known me a while, and I think you pretty much know
straight
that I am.
to the point, mate. Yeah.
No, I've always been like that since you've known me.
I think that's
through Chamber and that.
But that's not only like your personality is what you are as a bloke, but I think that is your management style. So I've got written down here like you're basically is that make it easier to be a manager and implement that as your style when that's your personality anyway? Because I can imagine, like I've never played for you, but I could imagine that you basically would every day or whenever, or if you sign for a new club, you'll go, right lads, this is how it's going to work, right? It's black and it's white and it's simple. There's no grey area. Don't mess about. Don't be dickheads. Do it properly. We'll all get on well.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, there's a bit more to it, but yeah, basically the culture's got to be right. I think, and I think, I had 4 promotions as a player, albeit outside the Prem, but I had 4, and I knew, or every time I thought, yeah, it's right.
Yeah.
And so I reflected on that. What do you need to get promoted or achieve, whichever way you look at it? Well, you definitely need a core. I think you need a culture and a core that is really important. To get that, you need a good environment. I think I have a laugh as well. I'm pretty close with the players. There's none of that sort of boundary. I don't stand up there and you can't talk to me or touch me. You know what I mean? I don't do that. They know where the line is. I'm pretty sure of that. And then you kind of build something that works. And people forget that. Everyone go for, the favourite one, we all laugh at it, all the managers laugh at it. So some manager you've never heard of will come into the Premier League or the Championship, they go, fans outside the stadium, a great tactician. You're like, hey, who know who he is?
Yeah.
Where's that come from? Yeah, where's this great tactician come from?
Because the media's told you so.
Yeah, we just laugh. We just sit there laughing, you know what I mean?
But with the culture, Sean, it's... look at yourself over the years, and just as a kind of generic football fan, you look at it and say it's no coincidence that managers like yourself and Eddie Howe been in the Premier League for a very, very long time, got a British kind of core of lads, culture, and if you're playing in the English game, obviously you're going to look at foreign players if they're good enough, but that surely goes a very, very long way, having that British core of lads.
The spine, I think the spine's important.
But it's another thing, I've had the popular misconception.
Look at how embarrassingly...
Look, by the way, it's a fine. That's a fine. Oh, you got your phone on. We all know you should have your phone on. That's all about. So that's a fine. That's a fine straight away. If fine in a meeting on ours, and you're getting ruined. Simple as that. If phone goes off in a meeting and it's my meeting, you're getting ruined.
Massive problem. What would that fine have been at Burnley?
Where no, we didn't do. Must have heard we do a wheel like spin wheel.
Yeah.
So it could be anything on the spin wheel. It could be
what? Like what then?
Oh, it's a lap dance.
No, come on.
Yeah, lap dance.
So lap dance. Is there fines in there? Is there actual money fines in there?
Oh yeah. Some you get it back. Some will be like you get times 2 spins back and all that. That was a fair wheel.
We're out for dinner next week, mate. After that.
So hold on a minute. So this wheel, right? So I've heard about the wheel before. Okay, so who actually has to sort of like spin the wheel and adhere
Right,
to whatever the fine is?
So quick story for you, because loads of people nicked this idea from us and then sold it as their own. But we actually nicked it in the first place.
Yeah.
I never nick other people's work. I tell them where it comes from.
Yeah.
And it came from rugby. We heard Mark Howard, who was my sports scientist with us at Burnley, great operator. We were trying to get a new feel in that, because lads gone a bit sloppy. Christmas, the old favourite. Before Christmas, fines. After the Christmas do, not
Out the
fine each
window.
other. And we're trying to, keep a tight rein on it. I'm on about simple stuff, by the way, not the big stuff. If you're an hour late training, you're in trouble. You're going to come and see me.
Yeah.
I'm like the little stuff. Shoddiness, kit lying around, the usual footballer stuff. You know what I mean? So Howdy said, I've heard about this wheel. So we think, right, and it's got like fines on it. So we were like, okay, let's play around with it. So we had numbers on it, which was your squad numbers, obviously, and then letters. So whatever the letter landed on would be a fine of some description. So some were personal fines, like, sit in the river. There was a river next to the training. I sit in the river for a minute. That ain't fun. Trust me, it's October and the river's freezing. We had dance off. We had sing off. We had boy band. So that was brilliant. The boy band was brilliant because if you got fined, you have to spin 3 times for 2 of the people to join you. It's brutal. So people are dying. People are going, oh no, because they're cringing. Stuff like that. But then there'd be 150. There'd be, I think the biggest one, it wasn't crazy to be fair, Ben, and because the lads are doing all right.
Yeah.
I think it was 350.
Yeah.
But bearing in mind, if you've just left like a cup on the table,
You're in
and you
with
get done for
everything.
350, that's going to hurt you. For leaving a cup on the table, that's going to hurt. You know what I mean?
I think basically then everybody is just praying that it's like a dance off or it's like a sing off or something like that.
No, because they're desperate to not get that, and you're thinking, no, because you'll pay the fine for money.
No, that's what I'm saying. But
yeah.
everybody else.
Oh no, everyone else. Sorry,
watching,
yeah. Oh yeah, they're desperate.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't see you, but I saw the funniest lap dance ever. So one of the lads has to do a lap dance on the other lad. You have to spin for the second one. The best ever, funniest ever. When you thought you must do this at home, mate, because you're like cheating. Not that I've ever been to a lap dance.
Of course,
let me make that clear. I've heard stories from Ben, but the idea is we were like properly howling. I mean howling. And some of the lads, I remember Stephen Defoe, obviously Belgian international. He comes in, he loved it. You'd think, you hear these. Oh no, because he's international and he wouldn't. He absolutely
buzzing for it.
Loved it beyond belief. Loved it. Sit there crying with laughter, like it was like the best invention in the world.
He's the guy wheeling it out every time. Yeah. So when do you do this, on a Friday?
Yeah, so Friday before the team meeting, change of feel. It originally come around, it was a win-win, right? So find them to keep things, a bit of culture and a bit of, keep things right. But then equally what you found was you sort of stripping egos back because people at first are cringing.
Yeah.
And then they suddenly, that weird thing when you go, actually, these cats are laughing with me, not at me, they're with me. And then it changes the feel.
Yeah.
So we started doing that because some lads, dancing in front of the group, it's like people dying.
Oh, God,
dying.
it's
There's some hilarious dances where people just cannot dance.
But they're nervous as well, like the sing-off. Like when you get a new fan, you have to do the sing-off.
It's like I can have a bit of fun, but I'm not good at jokes. And there was things like tell 3 jokes. Some people just can't tell a joke.
Freeze up.
Yeah. Absolutely frozen, solid. And then some were fines for money and all that. So again, to build a culture, this was part of it.
Yeah.
And then that can get misconstrued. It's like, dinosaur Dyche, as a spin wheel, and he thinks that's going to win a game. And you go, it's nothing to do with that. It's to do with getting a group of people to all align, strip back their egos, and go, we're all in it together.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for watching. We hope you enjoyed this clip of the Fozcast. If you would like to watch the full episode, it is now available exclusively on Spotify for free.